Alright, so this is how it is. We're gonna blame video games. Like, we're seriously gonna blame video games. What year is it? Are we gonna resurrect the face of Jack Thompson to come and tell us that, the Grand Theft Auto Vice City is coming for our children? Come on. No. This has gotta be the dumbest boomer take I've seen from not just Trump. Everyone's on Trump's back. And I get it. Trump deserves the criticism. This is your right as an American. When the president does something stupid, you tell him, hey, Mr. President, you're stupid. But come on. Video games to blame for this tragedy, this heresy, this whatever the hell it is? Come on. Like, come on. Boom, boom. There we go. Big desk pound. I'm angry. No. So, here's the problem. Every time something bad happens, we got a bunch of old people. And they're all trying to blame things like video games or metal music or, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons. I'm old enough to remember that. Don't ask how old I am. But it's just such a mess. And they're willing to blame everything but the things that are actually to blame. They don't want to blame the fact that you can buy a gun at Walmart, like literally. I mean, actually not literally anymore. My state just banned that. But up until last week, if I wanted a gun, you know what I had to do? Go to Walmart. Pay him a few $100. Walk out with a gun. I'm sure it's not that easy. I never bought a gun from Walmart before. But it's just such a mess. Like, or the lack of mental health infrastructure here in our country. Like, if somebody is troubled and, you know, going through bad times, if they're in a bad headspace, you know, in other countries, we tell them, hey, look, you know what? How about you take some time off? We're going to put you in a joint. We're going to give you the things you need. We're going to give you somebody to talk to. We're going to make this all okay. Maybe give you some pills so you can calm down a little bit. But no, we don't have that here. We don't have anything here. Just nothing. Our mental health institutions either don't exist or, I don't know, they're busy doing something, playing cards or something. It's just a big mess. Like, what the hell is going on? So we have a bunch of guns that are easy to get to, and we got a bunch of people that are in serious need of serious help. Like, they need some help. I want to say, I like to see the best in people, even at the worst of times. Maybe they're not necessarily bad people, but they're touched in the head. They got something wrong with them. And then there's the fact that, you know, maybe they don't have something wrong with them. Maybe there's something outside that drove them to this. This is my third point. Just third point. Social decay. Normal people do not go nuts like this. People who are part of their communities do not go nuts like this. People who give a shit, and I'm sorry for cussing at you guys, but people who give a shit don't go nuts like this. We've got a generation of young men that they don't give a shit because maybe they don't have anything to give a shit about. And maybe that's part of the problem. I'm not going to say it's the only thing. I think it's a lot of things. And then my fourth point, racism. We got racism. It's a big problem. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came back from. I was raised in the hippy-dippy era where diversity was cool. Like, we had Captain Planet. We had all kinds of diverse people in all kinds of media. There's no excuse for this. And these guys, they're a little bit younger than me. They're not quite my age. They're people who would have been, I don't know. Like, while I was a teenager, they would have been the little kids. But I was raised in an era that was supposed to guarantee against behavior like this. And we're still seeing behavior like this. Like, what the hell's going on with you guys? Come on. It's just a big mess. And they're blaming video games. Blame a bunch of things. There's a bunch of things you could point out. You could blame the fact that it's really easy to get a gun. If I had money enough, I'd make a video proving how easy it was to go get one. But guns are expensive, so I'm not gonna go get a gun. But it's really easy to get one. If you have the money anyway. And then, you know, mental health. There's no help for people with mental health. I'm not gonna do a social experiment on that because I don't want to end up on pills. Because I don't need them. But some people do. And then, you know, social decay. Social decay. That's what I'm going to call it. People who just have no connection to their societies, and they have no incentive to be normal or to chill out. These people aren't married. They aren't part of their communities. They're not part of like a religious community or something. They got nothing, and so they just go nuts. And this is our problem. I mean, this is many facets of our problem, and there's probably more. Let me know in the comments or tweet at me. Call me an idiot. I don't know. But it's a big problem. And the worst part is there's no good solution. Like, what are you going to do? A lot of people I see on Twitter be like, oh, well, here's the solution. We ban the guns. We're just going to take them all away. Here's the problem with that. About half the country has them. Literally, about half the country has firearms. It is their right, according to the founding document of our nation, to possess these things. If you try and take them away by force, you'll tear the country apart. Or they will, or you both will. And it'll be horrible. A lot of people are gonna die. And nobody wants that. Legitimately, nobody wants that. At least I don't want it. If some of you do, well, you're just as fucked in the head as the guys who were messing around this weekend. Nobody wants this horror going on in our country. Like, it's not acceptable. So you try and take them away. Suddenly we have a civil war. And it's not going to be like the 1860s where you're going to get Stonewall Jackson to go and raffle stomp everybody. No. You're going to have small cells of crazy people on both sides all over the country, and the military trying to clean up the mess. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. And then you got, you know, maybe, let's say we try and regulate. You know, it's a nice middle ground. Regulation sounds good. Regulation might be something we need. Except for one thing. Bad men who want to do bad things are probably willing to go through bad means, illegal means, to get what they want. Say, you know, you limit civilian firearms to maybe a 6-gun, right? 6-guns are cool. Cowboys carry them. But if somebody wants to go bananas, there's always a way. I live in a border state. I can tell you, there is always a way. I have seen the way in action taking place. If you got the coin, you got that loot, there's a way to get the things you want, no matter how illegal they are. And if you're going to go bananas, you don't care. Like, people who are going to go postal, they don't care if it's like, I don't know if it's illegal. Better not do anything illegal. I'm going to go and fuck everybody up. No. Like, these people don't care. So that's not the thing. But your other option is to do nothing, right? Do nothing. Leave things how they are. And you get more of the fucking same. You get more crazy people shooting up Walmart of all places. Why does everybody shoot up Walmart? Come on. But no, you got crazy people shooting up Walmart. The Ohio guy shot up a bar that just because he thought there was rednecks and Trump supporters in it. I don't know. It's a big mess. And there's no nice solution to it. And they're blaming video games because that makes sense. Didn't some studies show that people who are playing video games are less likely to go outside and cause trouble? Because, you know, they're playing video games, they're trying to beat Octopath Traveler, which is like 150 hours long. Or they're trying to beat Doom on, you know, the hardest level, and they just can't do it because it's hard. They're blaming video games. Of all the actual things that it could be, they're going with this. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's total trash. World's gone mad. We can't do anything. I mean, I guess we could do something about it. I can't think of anything to do about it. I'm just a guy who plays video games. Who has a day job. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Leave a like if you want to see more kind of candid, grumpy stuff like this. Just me vlogging with video games in the background. Let me know. I'm frustrated about this. And I'm sure you all are too. I guess this is Man vs. Steam. This is definitely Jim. And I'm signing off and going to bed. Good night, everybody. Hashtag video games are not to blame. I don't know. Enjoy the rest of this match. Good night, everybody. Pretty good. I'm enjoying it. Mostly because it's Call of Duty again. Oh, he's got a bunch of... He's got a shield. I don't really want to deal with the shield. I have a grenade. Okay, we're doing good. Anybody got healing? Oh, time to get off to the side. Where'd he go? This shit causes real life violence. Come on, walk through the grenade. You're already dead. Oh no. My more Team Day eaters. Oh, he finally got me.
Double kill.
Oh, no. Oh, watch out. I know you're out here somewhere.
Victory.
Hey, we did it. Good job, us. Thanks for playing, everybody. Hey, I got top play. Oh, that's what's up.